All right, so welcome everybody. My name is Marnie Hernandez. Happy Friday, the start of a Memorial Weekend. So again, I appreciate you guys jumping on with me. Today we are learning about Israel. Okay, so welcome. And again, thank you for joining me on this amazing Friday holiday weekend. So hopefully we won't take too much of your time today and get through this class. So we're doing Israel today, and just so you guys know, the reason we do this is first you're going to learn about these different destinations, these programs, etc., and it'll help you to understand how to sell to your clients, okay? How to what's available, etc. Okay, so here it is, Israel, land of creation. Okay, so we're going to go over this, what to learn, etc., graduation benefits. I will look into this, or if anybody has, so we can figure out to put our credits on here, because again, we earn a lot of these credits. Okay, but a lot of times, besides learning about these amazing destinations, you're going to get invited to special lunch and learns. You're going to be invited to special promotions, maybe even fam trips. Okay, so just wanted to kind of share that with you and keep you updated on that. It's fun. You get to meet other amazing agents and business partners, so that's also exciting because we have a great group here, guys. And again,
excuse me, Marty, not to interrupt you.
Oh yeah.
It's asking for the host underneath the consortia.
Okay.
What do I put?
Let me see, the consortia.
And then it says host agent.
I put CCRA. I don't know why I put
It's
that.
travel leaders.
Travel leaders. It's not travel leaders either. Let's just put other and then put Archer Travel.
Yeah, for the consortia is above it, but
Yeah, the consortia is travel leaders, and then underneath there, just put other and then put Archer Travel. It says host agency, franchise, or affiliation. I had put CCRA originally, but here we put Archer there. Okay.
Okay.
Are we putting Archer's address or our address?
Again, on the profile up here, mailing address will be yours, because if they do send you any gifts or anything, you want it to come to you. Okay. When it asks for the agency information, if it asks for their address, it would be down here with the agency. So up here will be your information. Okay. So right here, we also put Archer Travel there.
Marnie, some of them, some are saying that it's closed.
That what's closed? The training?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I thought so too. I'm talking with another agent right now, and her says it's closed.
All right, let's look and see.
Mine's open, but
all right, let me go.
I'm currently in. I just need to actually click the start for the introduction. And hello, Jennifer. It's been a while.
hey, Jason.
So here, course catalog. Israel, get started. So yeah, it's not closed here. So I don't know what they're. Maybe give them the link here and see if once they sign up, give them this link and tell them to just click this link. It should take them into it, because who else? I mean, does everybody else have access? Because it's showing it. Well, let me click enroll now just to see.
I just registered this morning. I didn't have an issue.
Yeah, it shouldn't. I've never seen it say close. It's either not available anymore, because when you go to look for Israel, it's not showing, but
When you just saw it yourself.
yeah,
I'm sitting on the course page. I'm just waiting, so I'm in successfully.
Yeah, I'm in here too. So yeah. So
you just go to travelagentacademy.com and you put the link in the chat.
Yep.
And then you just click the link, and I'm already registered with them. So
yeah. So if you're already registered, you can just click on Israel and pop right in. Otherwise, you know, if you're not registered yet, very easy to register. And again, if you guys are brand new, a lot of people will do split screens because there's going to be a test. Okay, that's why it's kind of good to do together, because right now I stopped recording the test part. Okay, so if you end up missing it or having to leave, make sure you get in and finish these, because like I said, you get a lot of amazing stuff, you know, by learning, you know, and doing these. Okay. So, and again, if you're just registering, a lot of times we will just read and be, you know, get started. But by the time we get to the test, we make sure everybody's ready and passes. Okay. We don't leave anybody behind. All right. So,
Are we only doing the introduction?
probably not. We may, depending on where we're at, we may finish it. We may have to add another day. I don't know. But I usually try to go through, and again, you can do whatever you want, but usually I try to finish all the programs, because again, you want to be a specialist, so you want to get all the certificates and stuff. So usually we try to finish all of them. So we'll go ahead and get started now. And again, if you're just registering, make sure if you have questions in the chat box, put to everyone, because I'll probably be reading a lot. So I don't want to miss something. Okay. But don't worry if you're just registering, or if you, for any reason, you can't get in, clear your cookies, try to get out, try to get into another, you know, maybe on your phone, a laptop, a desktop, etc. Okay. All right. So otherwise, just listen, get registered, ask questions, and let's get going. All right. So again,
Sorry, I asked if you could go back to the registering, because where it says which best describes your title and which best describes your location, I just wanted to make sure.
I
put
just
the
put
same.
home-based independent agent and home-based outside sales.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Make sure you put the IATA number, travel leaders.
That, can I see the number again, please?
Yep.
Sorry.
Right here. And like I said, very easy to register, guys. And again, you want to put your mailing address, because if they give you any gifts or promotions, you want it to come to you, right?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, for the link for the places, we click all of them?
I didn't even click any. You can click what you want. Where do you sell? I like Mexico, USA, Europe,
Okay.
Caribbean. Again, you know, it's not mandatory, so you can, you know, put whatever. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right. So now we're going to go back. Back. Let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. Here. Okay, there we go. Okay, everybody ready? Let's go. Course catalog, Israel. Okay, so become an Israel specialist. Enroll now, graduate benefits. So make Israel your client's favorite Mediterranean destination. Make sure you guys can see, sorry. With its glorious seaside resorts, sun-soaked vineyards, vibrant nightlife, sweeping desert landscapes, green valleys, and fresh cuisine, bringing together local and international flavors. It would almost be easy for travelers in Israel to forget that they are even visiting a land brimming with history, where many civilizations swept through them before them, over the course of 5 millennia. Or in a land deeply connected to a city recognized as a religious center of nearly half the world's population. People come to the small country of Israel for the host of reasons, and the destination is set to welcome families, groups, and adventurers of all ages eager for a transformational experience. Let us help you position Israel in new ways for your clients and make their trip one of a lifetime, with more to come. So we're going to enter now in just a moment, but I want to put what you're going to learn. Where to find Israel's major historical, culture, religious attractions, as well as opportunities for outdoor adventures everywhere from the Red Sea to the Negev Desert to the Golan Heights. Again, I apologize if I mispronounced some of these words. Suggested itineraries for Catholics, evangelical Protestants, Christians interested in Israel's main sites through the Holy Land, and including cities once occupied by the Crusaders. Opportunities for families to discover their historical and religious roots, how to experience daily life in the Druze and Bedouin communities, and where to find the monuments of the Baha'i faith. Which cities serve as good hubs for fit travelers? The best way to sample international local flavors that characterize cuisine in Israel. Israel's impressive roster of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and much more. All right, graduate benefits. You're going to be able to have educational units in the Travel Institute, details of the certification programs. So I'll look into that further. And then again, a lot of times you get specialty things also. Okay, so let's go ahead and get entered in. All right, so we have specialist programs, we have brochures, videos, and links, okay? So questions here, required modules. So the introduction, start building a framework for tailoring travel for Israel for a variety of clients. Module present very geography of this small country, interesting facts and diverse population training its tour guides receive, as well as an overview of major attractions, cities, hotels, and much more. So we're going to go ahead and click start. All right, so learning path. So it looks like right here, we've got a few here. So let's go ahead and start with the introduction. I'm going to pop up another window for you guys. All right, so start chapter. So long associated with faith and heritage spanning thousands of years, Israel might surprise you with its broad array of travel offerings, very much attuned to modern tastes. It brims with a diverse culture enriched by immigrants, unique, prolific, and culinary scene, natural beauty, ample opportunities for outdoor adventure, and yes, a great depth of history, faith, and meaningful travel experiences, all available within excellent tourism infrastructure. This introduction will lay the groundwork for selling Israel to a variety of travelers, after which you can choose topics you'd like to specialize in, including those mentioned above to align with your client's travel interests. Okay, this is a botanical garden by the Dead Sea area. Can you envision, so this is matching your clients to an Israel experience. So can you envision your clients doing any of the following activities? Swimming among marine life in the Red Sea. How about exploring archaeological treasures like the ancient places of the city of David or tunnels of the Western Wall? Jerusalem, city of David, stairs in the Warren Shaft, part of the city's ancient water system. Visiting the iconic sites of Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and other faiths. That's the Garden Tomb. Floating in the very salty, restorative waters of the Dead Sea, the lowest place on earth. Enjoying the restaurants and nightlife of Tel Aviv and Haifa. Sampling wines in the very cradle of wine production, dating back thousands of years. Rappelling down craters or biking the trails in the Negev Desert. So again, lots of activities, right, for your clients. Spending time with family, profoundly meaningful way, whether on a faith journey or a heritage tour. So if you've come to the right place to learn how to help So you've come to the right place to learn how to help your clients choose Israel for a trip of a lifetime. This program will devote individual module to each of the following topics. Faith-based travel, again, that's a niche market, guys. Heritage and multi-generational travel, food, wine and culture, and outdoor adventure. Once you pass the exam for this introduction, you'll gain access to these modules. Upon completion of each, you'll earn a certificate. Complete all 4, you will be a designated Israel destination specialist. All right, so basics, key points, tourism infrastructure. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with the basics. Select a topic. So geography. All right, so it's kind of fun when you kind of go through a history. Thank you, Alicia. A history lesson on these. So again, if you like history, you're going to enjoy some of these. So the geography, it's located at the eastern end of the Mediterranean Sea. Israel shares borders with Lebanon, north, Syria, northeast, Jordan, east, and Egypt, south. Roughly the same size as the U.S. state of New Jersey, Israel measures 263 miles in length and can be driven in 1 day. So that's nice to know. Its diverse topography comprises coastal plain, highlands in the north and central regions. Again, you may want to take a shot. This may be a test question. And besides the Mediterranean, Israel has coastline on the Red Sea and is home to 2 famous, if not seemingly misnamed, lakes, the Dead Sea and the Sea of Galilee. All of these bodies of waters offer a choice of swimming beaches and resorts and other accommodations nearby. The climate. All right, so central and northern regions of Israel enjoy a Mediterranean climate, warm, wet winters under prevailing westerly winds, calm, hot, dry summers. This area typically receives 35 inches of rainfall annually. Most of it is between November and March, averaging around 60 days of rain, 300 days of sunshine a year. Southern region is arid and experiences high temperatures in the summer while enjoying mild temperatures, dry winters. When to travel. Okay, so when's the best time to send your clients here? Israel is year-round, while different areas are visited at different times of the year. There are very few purely low seasons in Israel tourism. However, many consider the spring, which is mid-March until mid-June, and fall, the end of September, October, and early November, to have the best weather. The winter is short and the lowest season price-wise. So from January through March is the lowest pricing and shortest, season. All right.
I can read this part if you want.
Okay, go ahead. Demographics.
Yep. Here, demographics. Total population 9,593,000 people. Median age is 29.9. Population by religion, rough estimates. The Jewish is 75% of the population. The Arab Muslim is 21%. Others, including Christian and Druze, which I don't know what that religion is, I apologize, would equate to 4%. These are rough estimates.
Very good.
Just to, on to the next page if it lets me move. Okay. Population by place of origin. Among Jews in Israel, 73% are Israeli born, 50% of them with ancestral ties to the former Soviet Union and Europe. Another 18% of Jews in Israel are immigrants from North America and Europe, and almost 9% are from Africa and Asia. Write these down because they might be test questions. That said, just over 50% of Israel's Jewish population is from various areas of the Middle East and the Mediterranean. See resources, which is in the top right.
Yep.
Altogether, 70 ethnicities are represented among the citizens of Israel.
How many ethnicities? 70. That could be a test question, guys. All right. Very good. Thank you. You want to do languages too?
Yes. Thank you very much. Click here, languages. While Hebrew is the official language of the state of Israel, English is also widely spoken, thank you, in the general population and especially among guides, drivers, and restaurant waitstaff. Spanish, Russian, French, and Arabic are also quite common. German, Portuguese, Chinese, and other language service providers can generally be confirmed upon request. Next. Oh, that's it. Damascus Gate, Jerusalem, the old city. Click next.
Did we finish that?
Okay.
Did we
Yeah,
finish that?
I think stop recording. Stop
Okay,
recording.
all right,
Got here after that.
all right, so we're back. So everybody good? Everybody pass?
Yes.
Yep, we're good.
Perfect.
Good.
Mhm.
All right, now we're gonna go to key points of interest, okay? So we got main regions.
Key points of interest, main regions. This small country encompasses an amazing variety of landscapes to explore, many of which served as the settings for great moments in time, while others either buzz with modern activity or invite visitors to embrace serenity. And that from the series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Galilee, located in the north, this verdant, mountainous, and breathtaking terrain gives rise to the phrase biblical landscape. Many of the most pivotal moments in the Old and New Testaments occurred here. Its iconic sites include the tomb of, I'm so sorry if I butchered this, Maimonides, and the Church of St. Peter, both in the city of Tiberias, the town of Nazareth, Mount Arbel with its cave fortifications, the Sea of Galilee, the Jordan River, and the Mount of Beatitudes.
It's fun trying to pronounce these words, huh?
Yeah, it's actually fun. I just feel bad if I offend someone. That's my only concern. All right. Let me read the. Oh, okay. The first picture didn't say words. The second picture here, sunset view of the medieval Nimrod fortress. I love that name. Golan Heights. Golan. This region is a high plateau that lies to the east of Galilee and borders Syria. As having most parts of Israel, it has seen the coming and going of many empires, beginning with the Assyrians, Babylonians, and the Achaemenid Empire. I'll leave it at that, which allowed the Jewish people to resettle the area after the Babylonian captivity.
Achaemenid Empire.
I'm sorry, please repeat that.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Achaemenid Empire. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I wasn't
okay.
muted.
Okay, the Achaemenid Empire. Thank you very much. And the Achaemenid Empire, which allowed the Jewish people to resettle the area after the Babylonian captivity, Greeks, Romans, Crusaders, and Ottoman Turks were just some of the others who made their way to the Golan, which today remains a focus of international interest. By the way, if I butcher anything and you know the proper how to say it, please unmute yourself.
Help us out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I almost read that wrong. Hadass.
I can only
Awesome.
imagine when you're trying to advertise to a client and you're pronouncing everything wrong and they're like, do I want to book with this person?
Exactly. That's exactly why I need to be corrected.
So then also, you could always also, go in, how do I pronounce da, so don't
Yeah.
hesitate. Google's your best friend.
No, for sure. But
I think that's going to happen regardless. There's going to be cities and things we're not going to be able to say, even though we try our best, but it's
Yeah.
inevitable that we will end up butchering something.
I think it's always good to look up pronunciations on YouTube because Google is going to pronounce it the way that it's reading and it doesn't always pronounce it with the ethnic tongue. So you want to look these up on YouTube to see how people are correctly saying it because Google has always been wrong, especially for translations for English to Spanish. It will chop it up because it can't do it correctly.
It does the same thing for Portuguese too.
I see. Just does not like the Romance language. The
Nope.
romantic language. All right. Well, that's good to know to use YouTube. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to make great use of that. So on to the next one. Jerusalem region. Are we in the same one? Yeah. Encompassing the city of Jerusalem and its surrounding areas, villages, and towns. The regions, aka Judean hills, also includes mountains, lush vegetation, world-class wineries and vineyards, valleys, and flat desert. In the Elah village, Elah Valley, David famously slung his rock at Goliath. Visitors can see the site as well as the Beit Guvrin caves. Did I get that wrong? Where they can participate in archaeological digs or explore national parks and stalactite caves among many.
Stalactite.
Hmm?
Stalactite.
Oh, stalactite. Thank you. Does anyone know if I said the other one right? Beit Guvrin. I'm pretty sure
It was belt gov. You said another word, but it's supposed to be belt.
Oh, belt.
Mm-hmm.
Belt Guvrin.
Yep.
Okay, Belt Guvrin caves.
Yep.
And is Elah Valley correct?
Would it be pronounced Alava?
Elah, yeah. Elah Valley, yeah.
Elah Valley.
Elah
Okay,
Valley, yep.
Elah Valley and
Mhm.
Belt Guvrin cave. Belt Guvrin caves. Okay, thank you. On to the next one. Key points of interest. Oh, they don't have a picture, but I'm assuming that's a Negev desert or Negev. Is it Negev or Negev? You guys know?
It's
And
Negev.
Negev.
believe.
Okay,
Negev, yeah. I would say it's the Negev desert.
got it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Stark beauty envelops the Negev desert located in the south. Here you'll see nomadic Bedouins, yes, I think, herding their livestock, flourishing modern Israeli communities living in harmony with nature, grape growers tending their vineyards, outdoor enthusiasts, quote unquote, sandboarding down sand dunes, or rappelling down the cliffs of craters. Wow. And at night, stargazers marveling at the clear skies. Did I say Bedouin correct?
I
just
believe
use
so.
Yeah, I just know of Andu.
I think you
I
did.
just figured I replaced the AM with BE.
To learn how to pronunciate their words better, I would just look up their dialect and how they pronunciate individual letters, and I think that would help you just for the beginning and the endings of the words a little bit.
Got it.
It's nomadic Bedouins.
Nomadic Bedouins. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I would do that normally, but we're recording and I'm not trying to.
I mean, for
add that
future
extra
reference,
time.
fine.
Yeah, for the future, when you guys do your actual, communication
Yeah,
with
and
your
the prevalence.
clients, yeah, just make sure to double check your
Yeah.
pronunciations.
Yeah, I plan to
All
do this with the church. The Negev Desert, 2 out of 2. Iconic sites, including the Dead Sea, the ancient fortress of Masada, Timma. Okay, I know I had to say that wrong. Timma National Park. I almost said Timmy, where the world's oldest copper mines can be found. And finally, the UNESCO preserved Nabatean cities reminiscent of Petra in Jordan. The best preserved of which is Shifta.
All right.
That is shipped up. It's got to be
Shifta.
shipped.
Okay.
So remember UNESCO preserved cities. Okay, so that could be a test question, guys. So pay attention to that.
Got it. Did I what else? Did I say anything else wrong? Did I say Masada correct? And Timna?
It's all right.
Oh, Timna. I saw 2 M's, not MN. Timna National Park.
Again, just we will
Yeah,
get through it. Tomato, and then like I said, we'll
Close enough, I guess. All right. Now, part
I think
1.
for this, it just doesn't really matter.
Yeah, fair enough.
The words look the same on the test. You've got to pronounce them.
True. Until they come up with ones where you have to open up your mic. That's the pain. I haven't gone there yet. Coastal Plains, 1 out of 2. Extending along the Mediterranean shorelines, the coastal plains features broad expanses of beaches, small towns, kibbutzim, and historic farming communities. Key cities include Tel Aviv, the bustling port cities of Haifa, and the long ago Crusader stronghold of Acre or Akko. In the north and several ancient ports, such as Caesarea, with its restored harbor, amphitheater, and aqueduct.
All right.
Part two-
You want to ask questions or should we wait till the end?
Well, you can ask questions, we can see if we can answer because we're all seeing the same thing. So what did you have a question on?
Well, because I'm seeing a lot of this is in English, but I'm wondering what kibbutzim is, because I'm assuming that if that is in their language, that might be something that we don't have a word for. Do we know what that is?
Small
They-
towns. Beaches, small towns, kibbutzim. Nope, like I said, Google, so let's look it up and.
Because I'm like, I'd
Because
love to know what that is. I'm like, what is that? I've
Well,
never heard that word. I've never heard that attraction.
Honestly, that's probably a religion
It
or
says
like a
intentionally community in Israel that was traditionally based on agriculture.
oh,
It's like farming people.
oh,
What's the concept? Yep, voluntary society which people live in accordance with social contract based on egalitarian and communal principles and social economic framework.
Oh, so they might still have the caste system. That might be what that means. If it's like agricultural social contracts.
that would probably be in the next part where it mentions religion. They might be more involved in that.
No,
part.
no. I want to tell you what it is. It's
Oh, okay.
co-op. It's cooperative living in the kibbutz, where they all work together to maintain their lifestyle. It's not a caste system.
Cool.
So it's like a modern communism?
No, cooperative, not communism, where they work together on the farms and they share their produce. It's a way of life.
Okay, so that was why I wanted clarification. Like that has to be a word that we don't have a word for it in English if they didn't translate it.
We don't. It's their word. You're right. You only see that over there. It's cooperative living.
Hey, great, thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You can't trust Google all the time.
Yeah. Coastal plain, fair enough. Were you the one that mentioned that you were from here or you're from Israel? 'Cause I believe I remember reading that someone mentioned that they were
No.
from. Oh, okay.
No.
Got it. Thank you. Just wanted to make sure. Because if you were from, then you definitely know how to pronounce everything. Coastal plains. 2 out of 2. Venture sorry about that. Venture a few miles inland and you'll find Mount Carmel. I really want to say Carmel. Mount Carmel, a range of mountains where interesting communities have taken root, such as Ein Od, an artist colony. Oh, that's cool. Zitron, Yaakov. Oh, I believe that's Jacob in Hebrew. I believe Yaakov is Jacob. One of the country's oldest modern era settlements and site of many wineries and villages inhabited by one of Israel's largest Druze communities and Arabic, speaking esoteric ethno-religious group famed for their cuisine.
All right.
I'm about to get hungry again.
All right, so Caroline volunteered to go ahead and read the next
Okay.
one. So thank you so much, Jason. We'll have you read again. Cindy said it's a Yiddish word. People live together, work together in the community where each works for the good of the community, not for the self. So thank you so much. So again, that's kind of fun having you guys all here together to help each other, right? So appreciate all of you guys. Caroline, you want to start?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Israel's major cities are filled with many sights, sounds, and flavors. You will learn more about them in the modules that follow, but for now, here's a quick overview.
Okay, click here.
Jerusalem. Was somebody asking a question?
Nope, I just said, and here's the cities.
Gotcha. Sorry, Marty.
That's okay.
Considered by many as the oldest city in the world, Jerusalem is the nation's capital and is thought to have been founded in 3000 BCE. It's the spiritual center of the three major monotheistic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Filled with ancient and modern treasures, it remains as dynamic a crossroads as ever and encompasses many newer neighborhoods and city centers outside of its ancient walls. When visiting, keep in mind that many businesses, especially in the western part of the city, close for Shabbat from Friday evening to Saturday evening, though some tour activities still take place.
Okay, so again, keep that in mind when booking your clients.
Tel Aviv. Technically, this city is the modern phenomenon known as Tel Aviv, but it also encompasses Yaffo or Jaffa, making it one of the youngest and oldest metropolises in the world. Both a cultural hub and an economic powerhouse, Tel Aviv is filled with institutions dedicated to the arts, history, and technology, while boasting a world-class culinary scene, as well as exceptional nightlife. Jaffa, established in 1800 BCE, is one of the world's oldest port cities with beautiful ancient architecture, vibrant outdoor markets, and breathtaking vistas.
Okay, and remember these 18 BC, 8000 BC.
Haifa, one of two. Set on the slopes of Mount Carmel and facing the Mediterranean Sea, Haifa represents a fascinating blend of cultures. Not only do significant numbers of Jews and Arabs coexist peacefully here, but the city is also home to the beautiful Baha'i Gardens and the German Colony, a quaint neighborhood consisting of 19th century buildings erected by an immigrant German Protestant group, the Templars, as well as a string of restaurants and cafes. The city serves as a good hub for exploring the Galilee region and is a home port to many major cruise lines. I did not know that. Beersheba. This desert city dating to biblical times is the capital of the Negev region in the south. Here visitors will find a Bedouin market, the old Turkish town, and nearby Tel Beersheba, a UNESCO World Heritage Site consisting of the remains of the ancient city.
All right, so again, this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Eilat.
Beautiful.
Israel's southernmost city, Eilat is a busy Red Sea port, as well as a popular vacation spot on account of its beautiful beaches and rich marine life, which lures divers and snorkelers.
All right, you want to do the next?
Sure.
I'll let you finish this one out and then I'll do one and then we'll let Jason do unless somebody wants to do another one.
Right.
Beautiful.
Cultural attractions. Israel has the most museums per capita in the world, many of them devoted to art, culture, archaeology, and history. More information will be shared in the modules that follow. For now, we'll offer an overview of Israel's UNESCO World Heritage Sites as they represent the breadth of cultural attractions visitors will want to see. Also, a list of Israel's main museums together with links can be found under the resources.
Resources is up here, guys. All right.
A stunning record of human evolution and a treasury of ancient artworks are among the findings at the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Following our brief descriptions, for more details, consult the link in resources. Baha'i holy places in Haifa and the Western Galilee. Elaborate landscaped gardens and shrines serving as the resting places of the Baha'i faith's founding fathers, Baha'u'llah and the Bab. These sites serve as the spiritual focal point for adherents to this religion, and its pilgrims come from all over the world to visit them. The gardens and shrines are open to everyone. Biblical tells, Megiddo, Hazor, Beersheba. sites with palaces, ramparts, and storehouses that are grand remnants of great ancient civilizations and show the power of the biblical narrative. Megiddo, one of the most ancient towns in the Middle East, is prophesied in the book of Revelations as the future site of the Battle of Armageddon. Hazor was an important commercial hub in ancient times. Biblical tells continued. Beersheba appears frequently in biblical texts, starting with Abraham settling a dispute with a powerful ruler over a well in the city, which was also where Elijah sought refuge when Jezebel ordered him killed. Incense route. An incense and spice trade route connecting the Arab Peninsula to the Mediterranean and incorporating the four Nabatean towns of Haluza, Memshi, Avdat, and Shifta, all of which bear a resemblance to the famous city of Petra in Jordan. Of these, Shifta is exceptional for its mix of Roman and Byzantine ruins, evidence of its vast wine production, and a 6th century mural depicting Christ's transformation. There's a possibility that Shifta was a Byzantine town at its peak.
All right.
Masada National Park, ancient fortress and last stand of Jewish patriots against the Roman army. Originally built by King Herod in 31 BCE, Masada is now contains remnants of Roman siege camps and bathhouses, the latter of which were enhanced by an underfloor heating system. 2 palaces, including the Western Palace, complete with its well-preserved mosaic floor, a synagogue, and a Byzantine church built after the Roman siege of Masada. Old city of Acre, the last city held by the Crusaders before its capture by the Mamluks in 1291. Acre, now Akko in modern Israel, was also the site of Napoleon's unsuccessful siege in 1799. It was his 3rd tactical defeat, as well as a turning point in the invasion of Egypt and Syria. The White City of Tel Aviv, a collection of 4,000 buildings in the international style known as Bauhaus. The White City, named after the color associated with this architectural style, is a great example of urban planning where innovative solutions were applied to specific needs. Tel Aviv has the largest concentration of such buildings of any city in the world. Nahal Me'erut, Wadi El Maghara Caves. I am sorry, I know I just murdered that. A site containing cultural deposits that reflect 500,000 years of human evolution, including the existence of Neanderthals and anatomically modern humans. In this beautiful setting, visitors will learn about the transition of humans from a hunting-gathering lifestyle to one based on farming. The caves of Marashah and Bet Guvrin. The twin towers of Marashah and Bet Guvrin first emerged as important commercial hubs in Judea during the times of the First Temple and the Roman era, respectively. In the chalky soil below the towns, nearly 475 cave systems were carved out for the pressing and storage of olive oil and raising of pigeons. The area was in use from the Iron Age to Persian, Judaic, Hellenistic, Roman, and Byzantine antiquity.
Right.
Necropolis of Bet Sharim. The site includes catacombs that are a treasury of artworks and inscriptions in Greek, Aramaic, Hebrew, and Palmyrian, and is a testimony to ancient Judaism under the leadership of Rabbi Judah the Patriarch, who is credited with Jewish renewal after 135 CE.
Could be a test question. And again, guys, reading is kind of hard, guys. And, some of these words. So I really appreciate you guys trying, Jason, Caroline, and So I don't know if you want to keep going. Jennifer also volunteered to read, so let us know if you want to finish this one, and then we'll let Jennifer start the next group.
Yeah, I can finish this one.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
For a tiny country, Israel has an amazingly varied topography, which along with the coastal plain and a large network of rivers, includes the following, only main examples are given. Mountain ranges, Mount Carmel, Judean Hills, Mount Gilboa, Upper Galilee Marin Range, the Central Negev Mountain Range, Elat Mountains in the south, the Golan Heights. Mountain at highest elevation is Mount Hermon at 9,292 feet. For valleys, they have the Jezreel Valley, Jordan Valley, Kidron Valley, Hula Valley, and Valley of Elah. Lakes include the Sea of Galilee, Dead Sea, and Hula Valley Lake. Deserts include Negev Desert, Judean Desert, Arava Desert, and the Zin Desert.
Right. Okay. Pop quiz. So everybody ready?
Oh, never mind.
All right, so now we're gonna be did everybody pass? Again, the answers are in.
Yes.
We want to make sure. Okay, perfect. Jennifer, do you want to start reading? If not, I can.
Sure.
Okay, so this is tourism infrastructure.
Tourism infrastructure. Access to Israel from North America has never been easier with nonstop flights from Toronto, Montreal, Boston, Newark, Washington, D.C., Miami, Atlanta, Chicago, Los Angeles, and San Francisco, and many connection options in Europe and the Middle East. Moreover, your clients have plenty of accommodations to choose from, plus top tour guides to make Israel history come alive and offer insight into the culture and people.
Very good. Okay, so we have hotels and tour guides. We're going to start with hotels.
Hold on, mine's loading.
Okay, no worries.
All right.
I like how you said come alive.
Israel can be experienced by every type of client and at every level of accommodation, from hostels and bed and breakfast to luxury hotels on our beaches and in our cities. There is something for everyone. With nearly every legacy international brand represented in numerous local chains, your clients will feel right at home.
Very good. And then tour guides.
Tour guides. Israel has thousands of years of history and geographic wonders and great people, and our guides are the liaisons to it all. Israel tour guides are among the best in the world, and this is a direct result of the rigorous 18-month certification process with various examinations to gain licensure. Further trainings are also required to maintain their license and stay up to date on the new attractions and architectural findings. Why did I say architectural? Archaeological, sorry.
That's okay.
At least I noticed.
Yeah, you look at it and you think your mind says one thing and your mouth says another. All right, that was a quick one.
I can do selling Israel.
Okay, perfect.
Selling Israel. As with any destination, consider how Israel's many offerings suit the interests and specific needs of your clients. Then start planting a picture so they can envision themselves pursuing their passion, whether it's taking the Bajou's architecture, there's architecture, in the white city of Tel Aviv, or exploring the streets of Old Jerusalem, connecting with iconic sites of the Holy Land, or taking a Jeep ride across the Negev Desert. The following module in this course will help you do just that.
All right.
Step 1, length of stay. A long haul duration. Stays in Israel trend 8 to 10 nights or longer, while you will be learning about various travel segments and passenger profiles. The length of stay is fairly consistent across all verticals. It's also consistent with by itinerary. Most passengers stay 2 nights in Tel Aviv, 2 nights in Israel's northern regions, and 3 to 5 nights in Jerusalem for a well-rounded trip. 2, finding Israel's travel partners. The travel website www.israeltravel offers a plethora of travel information as well as stories and images to share with your clients. See resources for the live link to this site and for the link to our new advisor site. 3, tips, facts, and strategies to help close the deal. Assure a safe trip. You should explain to the client that Israel is very safe. It is among 72 places that are safer than the US in terms of intentional violent crime. According to the UN, and Israel crime rates are lower than in any major US city. In recent years, Israel has come to be regarded as a country that knows how to keep its visitors and citizens safe and secure in a more uncertain world. That makes you feel safe at home, doesn't it? Spark interest with testimonials. Curiosity for travel is often spurred by testimonials from friends, neighbors, and community leaders. The best way to get your clients excited about a trip to Israel is to ask if they know anyone who has been there. 93% of tourists rate their experience in Israel as good to excellent. Having trusted voices of support is always the best way to get your clients across the finish line.
All right.
Keep up the excitement through shared media. Show your clients content such as videos and photos from Israel travel website or our resources here in this program. Or even better, share your own. You can also share our Instagram with them at Visit Israel.
Very good.
Facts and questions and other types of travel. For questions about currency, visa types, health insurance, etc., please visit our general Q&A section at www.israeltravel/FAQ/ which has information about the general topics and matters regarding the tourist visits to Israel. See resources. There are other types of travel to Israel to consider, including I know that's volunteerism. So to learn more, contact the Israel Government Tourism Office in your country and region. See resources.
Very good. All right, we've completed this section. Now we have, did we finish everything? It looks like tourism. Did we miss something here? Let's see.
No, I think we're at the exam.
Yeah,
Yep, we're at the exam.
it just still shows highlighted there.
Should
Okay,
we
there it's
click
gone.
more info
Okay.
before?
Huh?
Never mind. Oh, stop recording. Forget to record again.
All right, welcome. Congratulations, guys, on your completion of the introduction. We're now doing Christian travel through Israel at the heart of this module. Module itineraries, ones that will guide you through offerings of tour operator or can inspire you to create your own. Aimed at Christian travelers, again, niche market. Such travelers can include Catholics, Protestants, and those with general curiosity in history. You will learn about the differences between Catholic and Protestant interests when traveling in Israel. Pick up a little of the ancient biblical history along the way. All right, so log back in. Let's go ahead and start this.
Excuse me. I keep trying to get on it, but it keeps taking me back to the where I had to sign in.
Yeah, just click on that second one where it says start. When you get to that screen where Marnie's at.
Yeah, so here we are. We're gonna go to learning path. Here's the dashboard, but go to learning path and then you'll be able to go in, continue learning path. And then just go down here and now we're on Christian travel required.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So again, we kind of went over this already along the way. Okay, so let's start the chapter. It's going to open up in a different page.
Can I start this one?
Sure.
All right. Let me know when
You
you
didn't
see
practice your Hebrew.
Nope. No, I did not.
You're pretty good at your French. Okay, so let's start the chapter. All right.
Introduction. Oh, sorry. Israel, the land of creation. Introduction. No country in the world has had a more dramatic and consequential history than has Israel. Both the Jewish and Christian faith claim this land as their birthplace, while the Islamic faith recognizes Jerusalem as its third most holy site after Mecca and Medina. It is also home to other world religions. This module will focus on setting 3 popular itineraries, one of them geared toward Christian travelers seeking an overall historical understanding of the area as a wellspring of faith, and 2 aimed specifically at travelers seeking a faith-based experience, in this case, Catholic and Evangelical Protestant. On to the next page. Upon completion, you will be able to do the following. 1, recognize the opportunities for faith-based travel to Israel and the appeal the country holds for those seeking a more historical picture of faith. 2, understand the routing and key stops used for 3 popular tours, each targeting a different demographic niche. 3, discern how Catholic and Evangelical Protestants perspectives can shape travel preferences in the Holy Land. 4, know where to connect with tour operators offering faith-based Israel tour opportunities and packages. I hope someone wrote that. Please note that more information on some of the topics presented in this module can be located under chapter resources, accessible by clicking on the resources tab in the upper right corner of each slide, which we probably will not get to, at least on screen. That'll probably be something more private where we'll look into that.
You want to keep reading?
Yes, just the first one. Then I'll leave it out to someone else so I can actually the benefits of faith-based travel for you and your clients. Regardless of your clients' spiritual beliefs, a trip through the Holy Land can become a foundational opportunity for them and for your agency. Next. Let me know if I'm going too fast. The benefits of faith-based travel for you and your clients. The picture is for Orthodox Christians participating in the Holy Fire ceremony at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem's Old City. That's quite a nice picture. It's slightly too blurry. It hurts. Click here for the benefits. Now, these are the benefits. Deeper connection and understanding of the Bible for the participants and the religious leader who accompanies the group and for their church community. Stronger fellowship among those who traveled and those at home who followed the trip. Higher percentage of return business for you. Many times, churches will make this an annual trip or an every other year event. And so there is a potential for continued sustained businesses. Congratulations, you have completed this section. Back to the main menu, and I'll pass it off to anybody else. As I practice my Hebrew.
I can go next if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
Unless you want to read again, Marnie.
No,
I
go
don't want
ahead. Be my guest.
Okay. Your role as a travel advisor. If you already have an understanding of the faith-based market, perhaps grounded in personal experience, selling Israel and especially the Holy Land will be a fulfilling experience. If not, don't worry. You can still play a role in creating a wonder-filled experience for your clients. Work as a facilitator. While there are, of course, guaranteed departures and private escorted programs are always an option, faith-based travel is commonly led by a local religious leader in your home community. Catholic and Protestant faiths offer group tours connected by church communities. With local religious leaders being an active part of the trip, leading services or devotionals, you don't need to become a biblical scholar, but rather someone with a keen eye for recognizing promising itineraries and a facilitator who coordinates air logistics and leverages buying power with tour operators. This module reviews 3 popular routings, each with unique historical and spiritual interpretations, often of the same physical spaces. The itineraries being presented here are designed with 3 distinct audiences: general Christian itinerary, a Catholic itinerary, and a Protestant itinerary.
Okay, and then the
General
general,
Christian itinerary, 7 days for those seeking a historical cultural overview. Catholic is 7 days, and Protestant is 10, evangelical Protestant is 10 days.
right.
There are dozens of itineraries in the marketplace, and to help you decide among them, we will lead you to partners both inside and outside Israel at the module's conclusion. To start, review the facts about faith-based visits to Israel by using the link in the Resources tab in the upper right corner of the screen. Explain what to expect. Remember, Israel is a highly urbanized and economically developed society. It is home to archaeological treasures and historical sites, and yet boasts a vibrant modern history and culture, based in part on the diverse immigrant origins of its inhabitants returning from the Jewish diaspora. Expect to find prices in modern infrastructure much as you'd find in Western Europe. Be mindful that in this ancient landscape, it's important to follow some strict codes of respect based on religious law and customs. Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. All right, click and drag the following. I'll go ahead and pause.
Anybody wants to read next, they can take over if they want,
I'll go ahead.
or I can keep going. It's up to
I'll
you.
read. I'll give you a break. All right, so general Christian itinerary. Following is a 7-day itinerary example created for general interest tour. Again, these are great ways now to help you guys to sell to your clients, okay? General interest tour, one of many offered, ideal for Christians wanting a broader historical understanding of the Holy Land, All right, so they're gonna arrive at the Ben Gurion Airport. Travelers will arrive at the airport. It is common to spend the first night in Tel Aviv. Airport itself serves as an arts exhibition space and has ambitious arts and culture calendar. Again, see resources. You have the view of the Caesarea Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. The route will takes in the attractions of the historic part of Jaffa, the Jordan Plain, Caesarea on the first day, followed on day 2 with Galilee, Capernaum, and the night's rest in Banias. Day 3, head south to the Jordan River Valley with a stop at Yardenit for travelers to be baptized in the Jordan River, and ends with a soak in the Dead Sea at Ain Boket. Sounds cool. Day 4 highlights includes Masada, Ayin Gedi, the Jerusalem Holy City. For the next 2 days, you'll explore the old city, including its museums, Jewish Quarter, Davidson Center, Mount Zion, and more. Your final day starts with the Mount of Olives, the Garden of Gethsemane, the Kidron Valley, St. Anne Church, the Church of Holy Sepulchre, and Garden Tomb, all before returning to Tel Aviv. So this houses and the street in the Jewish Quarter. All right, so notable features. You have Jaffa, this just south of Tel Aviv. Jaffa has recorded history of over 3,600 years. It's been an important seaport and gateway to Jerusalem for a millennium. Old Jaffa today is an art center. Hold on, sorry, I clicked too much. Okay, an art center, bursting with galleries and workshops. Caesarea, Herod the Great rebuilt the port city on the site of a small Phoenician town in 20 BCE. It was one of the most striking on the Mediterranean, with splendid palaces, public buildings, markets, marble temples, an amphitheater, and a hippodrome. Caesarea was the seat of Rome's procurators. For some 500 years, the city passed into Muslim hands in 683, and 1102 was occupied by the Crusaders, completely destroyed in 1291. It was not until 1956 that the archaeologists began excavating the site. Jordan River Valley. Overview of the archaeological site on Belt Shin. Believed to be one of the oldest cities in the region, Belt Sheen is referenced in the Bible, especially in connection to the events surrounding Saul's death. Jordan River Valley, lowest valley on earth, nearly 700 feet below sea level. This area was carved by the Jordan River as it exits the Sea of Galilee and winds south to the Dead Sea. It's almost one of the world's most important flyways for bird migration. Some 500 million birds, 500 million, wow. Bird migration, including 200 species, cross Israel twice annually. The narrow valley runs for nearly 65 miles, bordered by steep mountains. On either side, it is holy in both the Old and New Testaments. Jesus was baptized in its waters just east of Jericho. So that sounds kind of cool. How about the Dead Sea and Ayin Bokek? World's saltiest body of water, lowest point on Earth of the Earth's surface. The Dead Sea covers some 360 square miles, measuring 47 miles by 1 mile. Its depth reaches over 1,200 feet. Relaxing soak here has the added benefit of unique healing properties. Ayin Bokek, a cluster of 20 hotels, many with spas on the sea's western shore. There's a Roman era fortress commanding the main road and the remains of an ancient, partly reconstructed perfume and medicine factory. The Bokek stream is a canyon-like gorge with springs and unique fauna and flora. Masada. High on the plateau of the Dead Sea, this mountaintop fortress is the scene of Zealot's last stand against the might of Rome. Rises 2,000 feet above the starkly beautiful Negev desert. The masterpiece of engineering was built by Herod in 40 BCE, captured by refugees from Jerusalem in 70 CE, who defended the site to tragic consequences. There are visitor experiences that allow hiking to the summit. And last, Jerusalem, holy city. Israel's largest city with nearly 1 million inhabitants, Jerusalem also almost defies a quick description. For over 30 centuries, it has figured among the top world cities, serving as bulwark of monotheism and the religious capital of half the human race. To the Jewish faith, it is the site of past glories and Israel's future. To Christians, it's a place of Christ's last ministry, persecution, death, and return. To Islam, it's where Muhammad is believed to have ascended to heaven. Jerusalem has been besieged more than 50 times, conquered 36 times, and destroyed 10 times. Wow, guys, that's crazy, huh? All right, pop quiz. You're
Always
welcome.
coming with that.
Okay, guys, so stay plugged in. Don't want to miss anybody. Everybody pass. All right. So now we have 3 more, and then we have another exam.
Do you want me to read, Marnie?
Sure, go ahead. Thank you.
Important aspects sorry guys, though I do have a little bit of a cold. No, it's not COVID. It's just the cold. Everybody thinks COVID, but no, it's just cold. You can get the cold, not COVID. Important aspects distinguishing Catholic and I know this word, evangelical Protestant travelers to the Holy Land. Before introducing the 2 Christian-focused itineraries, we should explain some differences between Catholic and evangelical. You know what stupid is? I used to be a social studies teacher. I know these words. Protestant travelers, when they come to the expectations for travel to the Holy Land.
All right.
What unites them? Visiting the Holy Land has nuances depending on one's religious views. This is certainly true of the Catholics and the Protestants. All Catholics are Christians, but not all Christians are Catholics. The main reason for travel is the same. Both groups want to connect for biblical places and walk in the footsteps of Jesus. Christian visitors travel with a group, and most will travel with their priest or pastor as the leader, which is the gatherer. Catholic, they use the term pilgrimage. Protestant, pilgrimage is not a term they use. More likely, they would say spiritual journey.
Okay, you guys got that?
Catholic, the sense of deep connection to churches as a holy place. Protestant, the connection is to the land. They do not feel a strong connection to the churches. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Catholics, they would like as many opportunities as possible, either daily or a few times during the week, to celebrate mass and communion. Mass is, with few exceptions, celebrated in a church. Protestants, they look for opportunities to have devotionals led by their spiritual leader, as well as times of silent reflection. Catholic is led by a priest. Protestant is led by a pastor, and often their spouse. Catholics believe Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection happened in the site of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The most likely would not go to the garden tomb. Protestants believe that Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection happened in the garden tomb. This is a great place to hold a worship service in one of the many private spaces. They will visit the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, but they do not believe this is where the crucifixion took place.
Okay.
Catholic, they want the opportunity to walk the Valla Dolorosa, translated literally as sorrowful road, retracing Jesus's path as he carried the cross to his place of crucifixion. Along the way, they stop at each of the stations of the cross. Protestants, they do not follow it. That's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
This is kind of interesting. Catholic, Mary is a very big focus for Catholic saints as well, very revered as well. Protestants, their focus is solely on Jesus. While they recognize Mary as the mother of Jesus, they do not pray to Mary. Catholics will drink wine. Protestants do not drink alcohol. It is something they can discuss with your clients, but do not assume they will drink. Catholics are more liturgical and ritualistic in their prayer. They will want to celebrate Mass and pray the prayers of the church, Our Father, Hail Mary, etc. Protestantism is the Bible-centered. Prayer and worship do not involve ritual.
Hey, very interesting, huh, guys? Hey, perfect. Thank you. You want to go on?
Sure. Sample Catholic itinerary. Following is a sample route to suggest the Catholics traveling in the Holy Land. Some of the stops were already described in the general interest historical itinerary and will be repeated here. And sorry, guys, I just have a cold, so.
You're fine.
So, itinerary
Sorry.
overview. Once again, traveling to Tel Aviv and continuing onward to Java. The Sharon Plain and Sisera Day 1 includes a visit to Naraza and Galilee. Day 2 continues with a visit to Camperon, but see, this is where you guys are right. You're gonna have, before the person you contact your client, make sure you look up the words. Tabgha and Mount
Tabgha and Mount Beatitudes.
There we go. And an overnight at Galilee. The Jordan River Valley is a focus of day 3, with visits to places like Belavar Castle, Beishin, and Khazar al-Azhar. Day 4 focuses on the Dead Sea and shoreside sites, such as the famous fortress of Masdad and Raman, where the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered. The next 2 days are centered in Jerusalem, visiting sites and museums essential to the Catholic faith. Day 7 includes Mount of Olives, the Kidron Valley, St. Anne's Church, and the Church of Holy Sepulchre.
Sepulchre.
Nazareth. One of the most important Christian sites in the Holy Land, Nazareth is enshrined among hills and is where Jesus, having been born in Bethlehem, grew to manhood, and he would live here until age 30 when he began his public ministry, moving to Capernaum. As well here, Mary's well attracted inhabitants since ancient times. Waves of invaders have destroyed and rebuilt the city, including Muslims who controlled it during the 400-year period, 12th century to 6th century, 16th centuries. The Church of
Annunciation.
Thank you. Is magnificent, comprising two interconnected churches, one above the other. Catamaran, located where the Jordan River enters the Sea of Galilee. This is the site where Jesus worshiped, taught, and wrote miracles. It was the main trade route connecting Damascus in the north and the Egypt in the south. It is the home of St. Peter and was a pile of rubble until excavated in the early 20th century. The synagogues found here date to the 3rd century. Catamaran is featured prominently in the New Testament.
Very good.
Sea of Galilee. One of the Holy Land's most beautiful freshwater lakes, the Sea of Galilee is 13 miles long and 7 miles wide and shaped like a heart. Wow. Galilee was the center of the roads crossing in all directions during the time of Jesus. On the banks of this lake, he gave most of the teachings, walked on its stormy waters, and healed great multitudes. His 12 disciples were ordained on a mountain near the sea. And guys, I'm sorry, I have ADHD, so I read faster than I speak. So I apologize if I mess up a word. I read too fast.
Okay, don't worry, don't apologize. I appreciate you guys all helping. So again, it's team effort.
The town of Tiberias is on the western shore, founded in 26 by Romans, who built palaces, temples, and public baths over hot springs.
Very nice. And last,
Mount of Olives and Gardens of, how did you guys say that?
Gethsemane. Gethsemane.
That's a good one. Ventured by Jews and Catholics, this summit across the Kindred Valley offers sweeping views of Jerusalem and the Judean hills. It is associated with some of the most important events in Jesus's life, including his ascension into heaven. Still untouched for over 2,000 years, the gardens here are the most impressive in all the Holy Land. Jesus meditated and prayed here until his last night prior to the crucifixion. Resources up there.
okay, resources. Congratulations. All right, one last one, and then we go to the exam. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
If you guys don't mind me murdering the words. I'm not even gonna say that word. I'm just going with Protestant. Sample Protestant itinerary. Let's wrap up the chapter by reviewing a Protestant tour route, the one lasting 10 days. It also begins with travelers landing in Tel Aviv and include most of the notable features from general interests and Catholic itineraries.
Right.
The tour starts early in Java with the visitor center in Kadinam Square, which showcases the history of the city and is built around antiquities from the times of Jesus. Day 2 moves north across the Sharon Plain to the excavations of the ancient city and port at Cesar's National Park. Next, at Tel Megiddo, travelers can tour the remains of one of the most intensively inhabited sites in the country, with over 25 levels of settlements spanning over some 3,000 years. Then cross the Jezal Valley, sometimes called the battlefield of the Bible. That's interesting. And now the Israel bread basket continued to the Sea of Galilee. That's interesting. It's called the battlefield of the Bible. That's interesting. Day 3 starts with the unforgettable boat ride, landing near catamaran, go ahead.
Capernaum.
Capernaum. Begin to follow the footsteps of Jesus' ministry in the villages around the Sea of Galilee. Continue east to Bethsaida and said the night of the Roman town of Tiberias. Day 4 takes travelers to Golan Heights and Galama, then on to Castron to visit the ancient Talmudic village. Visit Tel Dan, one of the most important biblical mounds in the country, and then on to Benmas. Day 5 continues down the Jordan Valley with a stop at sorry, I had to sneeze. Jordan for travelers to be baptized in the Jordan River as Jesus was baptized by John. So people actually go to be baptized. Wow.
Yes.
From here, travel through the Judean desert to the holy city of Jerusalem. Day 6 and 7 focus on Jerusalem. Included is a visit to the Garden Tomb and to Mount Zion and its many sites, among them King David's tomb, the room of the Last Supper, toward the old city where the focus is so many New Testament events. The next day of the tour heads east out of Jerusalem through the Judean desert to visit Quantum, where the famed Dead Sea Scroll was found. Included are Masada and a dip in the Dead Sea. Drive west to the Valley of Avalon and the Valley of Eli. Continue to beat Gavon National Park, and you guys are testing me here. Tel Maraja, continue on to Tel Aviv. Jezreel Valley. Many battles described in the Old Testament took place in this fertile valley, including God, I don't like that red. I don't know about you guys. Gideon's first engagement with the vast Midianite army. I'm having trouble with the red. Sorry, guys. 1184 BCE, whom he defeated with only 300 men. According to the various interpretations of the book of Revelations, the Battle of Armageddon, the ultimate showdown between good and evil was fought here. Bethsaida, not only the birthplace of Philip, Peter, and Andrew, this town of the Jordan River close to the Sea of Galilee is where Jesus performed numerous miracles, including walking on water, curing a blind man, and feeding the 5,000. Bethsaida also bears the distinction of being the only site linked to Jesus in the gospel that left an archaeological record accessible today. So this is the only place that you can actually go. Tel Dan is one of the most significant sites of biblical archaeology, having stirred excitement in the 1990s with the discovery of the first historical evidence of King David from the Bible. The city of Dan, an important settlement dating from the Neolithic period to early modern times in what is now northern Israel, is referred to the story of Abraham rescuing his kidnapped nephew Lot. Today, visitors can walk through Tel Dan's nature reserve to see the remains of 5,000-year-old city and take its beautiful hiking trails. Garden Tomb. The Garden Tomb is a rock-cut tomb in Jerusalem, which was unearthed in 1867 and is considered by some Christians to be the site of the burial and resurrection of Jesus. A group of scholars back then noted the tomb's proximity to the city gate, its association with the execution, according to local stories at the time, and its physical resemblance to the skull, Goliath, in America.
Era.
Yeah, I corrected myself. I was like, I read too fast again. As supporting evidence. The tomb, the garden tomb is revered foremost as a beautiful sitting for prayer and contemplation.
Very good. All right, and resources above, yes.
Exam
right.
time.
Exam time, guys. Everybody ready? All
Mhm.
right.
But what is the third one?
Huh?
What is the third answer?
What's the third answer if it's not Mount of Beatitudes? Anybody know?
I don't, actually, I can ask my that. He knows a lot.
Beatitudes.
It's not the Beatitudes. That was
Capernaum.
incorrect.
Capernaum, they said.
Capernaum.
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 Capernaum. Gotcha.
All right,
can
so
you-
congratulations, everybody. We completed the first one. You should get a certificate for that one, right? You guys want to go ahead and move on to multi-generational?
I have no problem with it. Someone does have to leave at 3.
Okay. So
but
I have
I have no problem continuing.
recording. I have to run. Thanks, everyone. Perfect. Okay, you're welcome, Alicia. All right, so let's go ahead and start multi-generation heritage travel in Israel. Cultural religious exploration in Israel, polls in all ages make in particular rewarding destination for families and groups seeking to learn about their past and or have fun together. Among the many topics covered in this module are outdoor, educational, cultural, religious activities for multi-generational groups, cities that serve as excellent travel hubs for fit travelers, and attractions geared toward people of different faiths, including Jewish, Christian, Bahia, and others. All right. You can find these on my YouTube channel. Let me grab that for you really quick. Hopefully I have it up here. And I will be posting it today. Okay, so here we go. Copy. And there is my YouTube channel. So there you go. You can catch us later on today to catch up. All right, so multi-generational and heritage travel in Israel. So there is no richer destination than Israel, the quintessential multi-generation destination. When it comes to experiences that will inspire travelers of all ages, these can be off the beaten track activities that grandparents, children, and grandchildren can do together, and are ones that offer a window into the family's heritage that will unite them across generations. You'll develop a strategy to discuss with customers of all ages the allure of Israel for diversity of multi-generational family travel experiences. Present unique activities, location choices that appeal to heritage-focused visitors, and recognize the right components of an Israel vacation, as well as access resources to help you create Israel programs and connect with Israel travel providers. Again, you can find more resources here. So we have multi-generational travel become a growing travel trend in recent years. Israel has plenty of attractions and amenities to welcome families of all sizes and ages. Given that Israel is a bucket list destination for people of different backgrounds, it's crucial for them to have knowledgeable travel advisor to figure out logistics and navigate a wealth of options, which is what you're learning, right? Fortunately, with such a young population, the median age, 29.9, Israel has many youth-oriented attractions built into its tourism infrastructure, while it abounds in traditions and historical attributes that make older visitors feel right at home as well. Meanwhile, there are plenty of museums, easy to access archaeological sites, walking trails, scenic jeep tours, and educational entertainment options that all ages can enjoy together. Since family travel is a big segment in Israel, nearly all hotels have special family accommodations to keep everyone together, whether in family rooms, connecting rooms, or suites. So tailoring an multi-generational trip in Israel, following is a quick summary of considerations when tailoring a trip for extended families. Choose a family leader. Streamline the decision-making process by selecting one person who can field all the family questions. address their needs. There's usually a parent or grandparent who's familiar with each member of the family and is motivated to make the trip happen. While for some destinations, piecing things together can be easy. Israel features a universe of options that are always diversifying for the multi-generational traveler. Operators have insight into what is new, as well as with tour guides that may best suit the group. Hiring a tour guide to escort the group throughout the trip is another great way to find the best out of the client's Israel experience. As noted earlier, training required for licensure produces top quality professionals who can bring to life the country's history, culture, geography, and more in languages spoken across the globe. Whether booking via a tour operator or on your own, keep in mind activities of all ages with a variety of interests, from relaxing, floating in the Dead Sea to a boat ride on the Sea of Galilee. You have standard hotel amenities in Israel, including many of the more essential elements that multi-generational clients seek, including pools, play areas, Wi-Fi, and not to be missed, Israeli breakfast. Work with the tour operators or on your own to discover hotels from world-class international chains to homegrown independent properties to kibbutz hotels featuring uniquely Israeli experience. See the section on Jewish faith-based activities for more information. Okay, pop quiz, everybody. Congratulations. Heritage travel. All right. So while the advent of DNA and ancestry tracing has been made heritage travel even more appealing in recent years, Israel has long been a destination where travelers have sought to retrace their roots. Through solo travel, though solo travel has been a part of the equation, often this is done by visiting places of historical significance with family and loved ones. So a profile of the heritage traveler to Israel. While Jewish heritage travel is the most common form of heritage travel to the destination, it is by no means a monolith. Many traveling families have numerous faiths and ethnicities represented among their members, while others may have recently discovered their Jewish ancestry via DNA tracing. In fact, about approximately 25% of Latinos have been found to have Jewish ancestry. As the birthplace of Christianity, many Christians are also connect to Israel through prism of heritage. Heritage travel is a growing trend. Click here. Study conducted by Priceline in 2022 indicates that 1 in 3 Americans are interested in retracing their roots, with interest strongest among those 18 to 34. Heritage travel to Israel will remain a cornerstone for years to come. All right. Intersection of heritage, generation, and faith-based. While heritage travel and multi-generational travel are not identical, many of their activities and interests overlap, especially in Israel. Whether these trips incorporate elements of Jewish, Christian, or Muslim heritage or entail more secular highlights, multi-generational and heritage travel in Israel both engage all visitors by encouraging historic cultural discovery amid the 21st century realities of this modern nation. A faith component here. Of course, a faith component covered in separate module within this course can be essential to heritage travel. Much of the sightseeing in Israel is inherent to the Jewish faith or relevant to general history. However, from ancient times until today, pilgrims of many faiths considered the Holy Land their ancestral wellspring. Archaeological and historical records show that religious faiths often built places of worship and other functions, one on top of the other, and so a single site can tell many stories. History at every turn. Okay, so with a recorded history dating to 9,000 BC, Israel sits at the crossroads connecting the continents of Europe, Asia, and Africa, and has been invaded by nearly every major empire, including that of the Persians, Romans, Ottomans, and British. Even the Mongols once raided cities on which is now Israeli soil. Not simply a living museum of the relics and sacred spaces of the world's most ancient civilizations, Israel also became fertile ground for ideas and philosophies. The meeting place between East and West, giving rise to teachings and laws that directed the course of humanity. No wonder travelers from many walks of life come to Israel seeking inspiration. All right. And then, is it this one? Did I already do that one? Segment put together activities encourage family bonding as your clients explore Israel's natural settings, history, and culture when the goal is to have fun together, satisfy general curiosity, retrace family roots of all three. The activities are grouped by general interests as well as various faith interests, and there is some overlap among them. Although the focus here is families with a view to presenting options for all ages, variety of fitness levels, the activities can certainly be enjoyed by anyone who shares the interest, whether they are traveling solo, as a couple, or as a group. So you have general interest focus. We'll begin with an overview of general interest activities that looks at cities that particularly well as travel hubs for families. This is kind of general interest for everybody, right? Okay, come on. All right, these four cities provide an especially good selection of amenities that can support family travel while offering important opportunities for heritage discovery. Tel Aviv, vibrant, high energy city, restaurants, theaters, concerts, shopping districts, as well as safe swimmable beaches on the Mediterranean. It boasts more museums than we can cover. But my laptop is ready. Okay, no worries. It boasts more museums than we can cover, so kindly consult the list of Israel's museums grouped by region and city in the resources tab. Tel Aviv encompasses these two famous areas: Jaffa, which was established in 1800 BC, one of the world's oldest port cities, beautiful ancient architecture, active and vibrant outdoor markets, and breathtaking vistas. That's Jaffa. Tel Aviv, Nev Tzedek, charming locale, is the first Jewish neighborhood built outside the old city of Jaffa, offers restaurants, garden, design stores, fashion boutiques, and handcraft shops. You have Haifa, home to a mix of Jews and Arabs who coexist peacefully here. In addition to a great selection of international restaurants and cafes, Haifa's fascinating attractions include German colony, quaint neighborhood consisting of buildings dating to the Crusades, and the beautiful Baha'i gardens and temple located nearby on the slopes of Mount Carmel. Jerusalem, considered as many as the oldest city in the world, Jerusalem is the nation's capital and is thought to have been founded in 3000 BC. It's the spiritual center of the three major monotheistic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and is filled with ancient and modern treasures. Visitors should remember that many businesses close for Shabbat, day of rest, and prayer from Friday evening to Saturday evening, but certain tour activities are still available. And then Eilat, Israel's resort city of Eilat, located on the Red Sea at the southernmost tip of the country, offers an amenities ideal for groups, extensive choices in accommodations, including many all-inclusive geared toward family, restaurants to suit every taste, as well as a host of water activities off its beautiful beaches. Perhaps Eilat's most distinguishing feature is the easy access it provides to marvelous attractions beyond its shoreline that make for excellent day trips. These it can include a camel or donkey cart ride in the Negev Desert or a safari drive north of the Timnah National Park. The area is great for viewing bird migration in March through May, remember that, and September through November, but it can also be enjoyed year-round as they have a Elayat Bird Sanctuary and nearby national parks. All right, here's some of the few recommendations throughout Israel that can encourage families on a range of general interests. Outdoor recreation with an educational twist. So view outdoor recreation, education, follow the Independence Trail, Tel Aviv on foot or bicycle, and you'll come to major landmarks that tell the story of Israel's founding as a mountain state. The bike trail consists of 26-mile cycling route that surrounds the metropolis, offering a picture-perfect view of the Holy Land's most sacred city. This is a whole or a half-day activity that can unite parents and kids of all ages. You have the Ramparts Walk in the Old City of Jerusalem, requires less exertion than the bike trail, but nevertheless offers views of the city from a unique angle. The North Side Walk passes over Christian Quarter, including the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, what is it?
Sepulcher.
Sepulcher, thank you. Sepulcher, as well as the mosques and minarets of the Muslim Quarter. The Rampart Walk continues. This South Side Walk takes the Tower of David, the Jewish and Armenian quarters, and the Church of St. Peter. Both walks are under 2 miles long and are marked by plaques offering explanations of the landmarks in Hebrew, English, and Arabic. Israel National Trail crosses the entire country to inspire a sense of Israel as a nation, starting at Dan near the Lebanese border in the far north of the country and extending to Elayat at the southernmost tip of Israel on the Red Sea, a length of about 630 miles. Golan Heights Trail covers the region from Mount Hermon in the north to Kibbutz Hayan on the south. Both trails can be done in segments for families, though older children can be more comfortable with the level of exertion involved. And then as for touring as Israel's historic cultural sites, in 2021, the Tourism Ministry partnered with the Nature and Parks Authority to offer free daily guided tours in various cities' national parks. Tours are led by certified guides and are offered in 5 languages. You have outdoor recreation for sheer fun and beauty. So fun and beauty, Jeep tours throughout the area like Golan Heights, offering stunning vistas of this beautiful region. The Negev Desert with its bold, rugged landscape also lends itself to off-road touring. Negev and Judean deserts are great for rock climbing and rappelling, whether it's down the Ramon crater, the world's largest Maktash crater-like landforms due to erosion, or one of the many Wadis valleys found here. Even in the cities, travelers will find places to rock climb, such as the walls of Jerusalem's ramparts. So I can read again. Okay, thank you. All right, after this one you can read on the next program. Ayan Gadi, Negev Desert, is an oasis turned nature preserve that is a venue for many adventures, including bird watching, wildlife viewing, rock climbing, and taking a refreshing swim in the many pools, streams, and cascades. In the north of the city, Hula Valley National Park, one of the most important wet habitats in the Middle East, offers exceptional opportunities to view birds. The Jordan River in Galilee, perfect for kayaking, rafting, and river tubing. That looks amazing. Tel Aviv Beach offers Mediterranean waters just steps away from the main city center. The Dead Sea Negev Desert with the world's saltiest water, not only a fun place to float, but also home of some of the best spas in the country, offering treatments infused with its mineral-rich mud. You have snorkeling and scuba. Waters around the city of Eilat are perfect for snorkeling or scuba dive among the dolphins. 250 coral species and over 1,200 species of fish. All right, you want to start? You want to finish this one up? Outdoor cultural adventures?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank
You
you.
got outdoor cultural adventures, Negev area near Kibbutz Boker mountain goats. Those are some crazy looking horns on those things. In the Negev desert, there are resorts with tents, food, and activities inspired by the culture and traditions of the Bedouin tribes. A Bedouin dining experience with camel riding can be booked through well-known excursion companies. Planting a tree in Israel is an act of caring, performed especially as a memorial for a loved one. Beyond its symbolic value, it literally is a way to stake one's hope and optimism in the future of Israel. Although numerous companies will plant trees for well-wishers, visitors can plant one themselves at various sites, but must first contact an organization such as Jewish National Fund. Outdoor markets in Israel are havens for shoppers looking for unique items and eager to interact with locals and perhaps try out their bargaining skills. The Jaffa Flea Market in the ancient port city within Tel Aviv is a great example of where visitors can shop for items like antiques, jewelry, Persian rugs and tiles, and Judaica, all while enjoying a colorful setting. Local delicacies can be sampled at any number of nearby cafes.
Very good.
Archaeology. From towns first inhabited during Neolithic times to the ancient seaport of Jaffa and Herod's town of Caesarea, from the Western Wall to fortresses occupied by the Crusaders, Israel encompasses an astonishing number of archaeological sites that embody a wide span of history, some associated with events from the Bible. You will find many sites mentioned throughout the 5 modules of this program, but here's a list of some of the top ones to know. The Old City of Jerusalem, Masada National Park, Qumran National Park, Caesarea National Park, Viet Guvrin Marasha National Park. You will find many sites mentioned throughout the 5 modules of this program, but here's a list of some of the top ones to know. Tel Megiddo National Park, Viet Chien National Park, Herodium National Park, Zippori National Park, and Avdat National Park. The Israel Museum in Jerusalem is Israel's largest and foremost cultural museum. Among its many highlights are the Shrine of the Book, which houses the Dead Sea Scrolls, the oldest biblical manuscripts in the world, and the model of Jerusalem in the Second Temple period, which reconstructs the topography and architectural character of the city as it was prior to its destruction by the Romans in 66 CE. Israel has for hundreds of years been a destination for those exploring historic archaeological sites, and new discoveries are happening year after year. Check with tour operators on chances to visit the key sites and even to volunteer by becoming an amateur archaeologist during a Dig for the Day event.
All right, last one.
More general interest activities. Holocaust Memorial. Yad Vashem Children's Memorial in Jerusalem is a tribute to the 1.5 million Jewish children murdered during the Holocaust. A beautiful and moving spot created in an underground cavern, this site might be best visited by older children with their families. An old city tour of Jerusalem can be booked through many tour excursion operators. Known as Israel's breadbasket and wine country, Galilee is where to find all manner of food and or wine tours. Some wineries incorporate extra fun into their offerings, such as chocolate making workshops where young and old alike can participate. Entertainment and history, designed to inspire audiences of all ages and across all languages. 2 night experiences draw upon videography, sound, and lighting, to bring Jerusalem's epic stories to life. Night experiences continued. The ancient walls of the Tower of David and its impressive remains set the stage as audiences learn about the life of King David, who built the city of Jerusalem thousands of years ago, or as they watch the Night Spectacular, which offers a sweeping perspective on Jerusalem's history. See resources for more information.
All right. So
Do you want me
general,
to keep going?
yep, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Okay.
A general interest focus. We'll begin our overview of general interest activities with a look at cities that work particularly well as hubs for families.
Are we on Christian?
No, we're on multi-generational.
No,
Do we already finish this?
I thought we did. I thought that was the end of general interest focus. I think we're on either Christian,
Oh,
Jewish,
Christian?
or
Okay,
All right.
does that make any sense?
yeah,
good.
you're right. I think
We
you're
just
right.
finished that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so we should be on Christian, right?
Whichever direction you want to go, yeah.
This program offers an entire module on faith-based itineraries dedicated to Christian travel sites and general religious historical interest. But here are 3 top attractions that Christian families traveling independently will want to visit. Palm Sunday procession in Jerusalem. Click here, Christian faith focus. A woman praying at the 5th station of the cross on the Via Dolorosa, Jerusalem, the Old City. Steps of Jesus trails take visitors to key sites in Jesus' life throughout Galilee, passing through Nazareth, the Zippori National Park, Cana, Hebi Shurub, Arbel National Park, Capernaum, and other New Testament biblical sites. The trails can be enjoyed in shorter segments and are ideal for active families. Rated at a medium level of difficulty, the 11-mile Emmaus Trail, which begins in Abu Ghosh, takes hikers on what is believed to be the road where Cleopas and another disciple encountered the risen Jesus. Nazareth Village, an open-air museum built on an ancient agricultural site that boasts a first-century wine press. Nazareth Village recreates the hometown of Jesus as it would have been known in his time. Continued. Actors bring biblical scenes to life while knowledgeable guides offer context. The experience culminates with an authentic biblical meal. Archaeological site with biblical ties, click here. Inhabited since Neolithic times, Beit Shean in Galilee serves as home to Canaanites and as an administration center of Egyptian pharaohs. The Bible indicates that the Philistines hanged the bodies of King Saul and his sons, and that Jesus may have visited here prior to his baptism. Today, many structures of the ancient town can be visited.
All right. Jewish faith focus.
All right. As the homeland recognized by Jews around the world, Israel abounds in activities centered on Judaism, and here are a few good examples to recommend. Click here. The Western Wall. Considered the most sacred site for prayer and religious and national gatherings in Judaism, the Western Wall was built in the 1st century BCE by King Herod as part of the Second Temple, and it survived when the rest of the building was destroyed by the Romans in 70 CE. Today, the wall remains a symbol of religious longing. It has long been a popular practice to write notes of prayer and requests and place them between the cracks of the stones in the wall. Your clients will want to visit the Western Wall tunnels to explore its underground rooms and narrow passageways. Also recommend the Chain of Generations Center, where spectacular artwork created from layers of glass tells the moving story of the Jewish nation over the broad sweep of time. Masada. This ancient fortress was the last stand of Jewish patriots against the Roman army. Today, the park is a popular place to walk or hike and see archaeological remains. It is also a frequent location for bar mitzvah activities. Note that this site encompasses hiking trails affording spectacular views of the Dead Sea and surrounding mountains, especially at sunrise. There is also a cable car offering a 3-minute ride to the top of the site, which greatly expands access for visitors of all ages. Overnight kibbutz experience. A kibbutz, or a communal settlement established on shared values, is a unique Israeli experience, and depending on its size and location, can offer accommodations ranging from budget-friendly to luxury. The areas of Galilee and Golan have extensive choices. Shabbat experience in Jerusalem. A day of rest and prayer, Shabbat takes place from Friday evening through Saturday evening, and in Jerusalem, especially the western part of the city, it is closely observed and businesses shut down. The day culminates in the Shabbat dinner, a festive family affair, which visitors can share if they make reservations online with any number of hosts.
Yay. And last one.
If your clients are culturally curious, they might be intrigued by these activities.
Yay.
Druze Village, click here. Interactive traditional lunch, Galilee and Golan Heights. The Druze are an Arabic-speaking esoteric ethno-religious group in the Middle East who adhere to the Druze faith. Their cuisine is a remarkable fusion of flavors, incorporating olives, lebni, fresh garden vegetables, and pita, and featuring dishes like barbecued lamb and extra fresh kebab. Activities can include culinary workshops, cultural tours in different Druze villages, or just enjoying a delicious meal in one of the many restaurants across the region.
All right.
High Gardens. The gardens located in Haifa comprise a staircase of 19 terraces extending all the way up the northern slope of Mount Carmel. The golden domed shrine of the Bab, the resting place of the prophet herald of the Baha'i faith, stands on the central terrace, looking across the bay toward Acre or Akko.
Very good.
Keep in mind that these are just a few examples of many sites and activities perfect for families in search of quality time and or their ancestral roots. Our modules on faith-based travel, food, wine, and culture, and outdoor adventure are filled with suggestions that could also work for a family trip. Pop quiz.
Yay. All right. Pop quiz. All right. So congratulations. So we have what, partners and resources making the sale. Anybody else want to read?
I'll read if you want.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Partners and resources making sales. The Israeli Minister of Tourism maintains offices across the US and Canada and around the world. Regional directors can assist with finding partners both North America based and operating from Israel. For itineraries, multi-generational travel, you'll find opportunities with your favorite European and Middle East selling tour operators. Israel combines so well with multinational European trips that many operators will feature Israel programs. Heritage travel operators are generally those that are either affiliated with the Jewish community or are Israel-related tour operators based in Israel, and they are serve all segments. Christian faith tour operators include those with close ties to networks of Catholic and Protestant church, including houses of the faith that may be close to where you live. Consider contacting specifically tour operators to explore ways to either build individual groups or to sell into those parish-based trips. The website israel.travel is also a great resource.
Very good. Boy, that was a quick one.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the exam. All right, so again, congratulations, everybody. We will be finishing up the last two of Israel probably next week. I will let you guys know. So again, congratulations on the last trainings that we have. Okay, perfect, Diana. Thank you. So yeah, we'll look at that. So here's the Arizona program. So yeah, it looks like it's pretty short. It's only 3 chapters. So we'll probably do it on Saturday to get that done. Because I'm just thinking that the Cypress may be a little longer and Arizona is short and sweet. Okay, so maybe we'll do Arizona / completing Israel. Okay. And again,
On Saturday?
Yes, I'll probably put that down here. So
Next Saturday?
next Saturday. Yep, not tomorrow, the next. Tomorrow we are actually doing India. So if you want to join me tomorrow, we're doing India, same time, same place. And then our second course for Cunard is on Sunday. And I know it's the holidays, guys, so I apologize. But I do record them, so hopefully we'll see you there. Again, Cunard, you earn a free cruise there also. Okay. So thank you
time was it?
guys for hanging out. Anybody have any questions, concerns, suggestions?
Do you have an
What time
updated Excel sheet for the courses that, because I've been going through them and a lot of them aren't there anymore. Do you have an updated one?
Well, that is the updated one. What it is, yeah, we do them, but, and we record them. That's why we do new ones each month now. I mean, each year, sometimes we do updates and stuff because we may have done this like last, July or whatever, and now they don't have that in there. So if you see some that you
Okay,
want to
so you're
do
saying-
that are no longer available in the back off in the, in the link. So if you go like here to this link and, just like Aruba. Okay, we did that last January. No, we did that this year. Okay, but here, Antarctica, we did that in November 20.
That's the one I really need is Antarctica, Argentina, because
Okay.
that's where my first customers are going.
Okay,
And that one's dead. That link's dead.
okay, so let's see.
That's one I really need. So if you know the link for that, that would be great because that's where they're flying into Argentina and taking a cruise to the Antarctic.
Okay, so, all right. So what we're
Did you try just going to online travel training and see if they had a new one?
Yeah, I've looked everywhere and I've been on all the sites and I've changed the flags 100 times.
Okay, so
I
again,
cannot
they
find it.
they do stop them. Switzerland is another one. So I can add that. So if you want to send me a message,
Mhm.
my phone or stuff, or on Messenger or wherever, and let me know which ones that aren't there that we need to redo. So again,
Mhm.
Antarctica or whatever, we can add it. Now we already have the schedule made for June, but we can add it for July. Or if one of the other programs isn't working, we can check that out. So,
Okay.
but and Arctica, how do I spell it? Yeah. So, yeah, so let me know. But yeah, again, that's why we try to do updates and stuff. Like I said, Switzerland's no longer working. So again, we've been doing this for 2-3 years. So this, some of them, yeah, they do not have that class anymore. You can still, though, on that particular one, you could still watch this right here. And it'll, share all that information with you. You just can't get your certificate. So you can at least learn about it and see about it. Okay. So just, if that's one or whatever. So just kind of wanted to share with you on that. So anyway, but yeah, keep us updated. And again, thank you guys. Have an amazing holiday weekend. Thank you, Bianca. Thank you, everyone. Yes, be safe this weekend. Again, if you can't make the training,
Marty, is that your own? Is that your own
that my own what?
spreadsheet
This spreadsheet, no, this spreadsheet is
that you
something.
created, or can we get that somewhere?
Yeah, it's right here in our certificate workshop and marketing group. Sandy keeps it updated. So again,
Okay.
you guys can get into this group. Just make sure you answer the questions. And then the actual program is right here. So she goes in and updates it all the time. Select all, here we go in here and copy. Hold on. And then that way, oh my gosh. Come on. Copied, here you go. And here's the actual spreadsheet. There you go. So yeah, and then up here, again, you guys can do all these trainings on your own if you want also, but it's kind of fun when we do it together. But these are different programs that have all different trainings on there, okay? So here's how to register. Here's my YouTube channel also for the recordings. And then these are all the ones that we've done. So these are all like destinations, and then you have the cruises, Marriott, hotels, and then specialty Disney, Uplift, Crop Agility, and special needs. Okay.
Marnie, column D is your YouTube presentation of like this recording, correct?
Column D. Oh, no, I don't know. I think these, this is just like her own codings. So Sandy does this.
No, the column D where it has YouTube.
Yeah, this
link.
is my recording. Yeah, my YouTube, correct. So like for Arizona, we did Arizona before, and it may not be available now, but we're doing a new one. But at least you can get in and watch the recording that we did in the past. And a lot of the ones in the past, the test is recorded. We just stopped doing recordings as of April for the test. Okay. So again, congratulations, everybody. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow for India. Appreciate all you guys volunteering to help read. So that's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. And I'm going to go get some lunch and put my leg up and maybe watch a movie or something. So again, thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate you. Have a safe holiday weekend. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Marnie.
Sunday.
Bye,
You're
Marnie.
welcome.
You too, Marty. Glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.